Okay, so I think we're live now. I'm just gonna refresh my chat window. And here we are back live. The new setup now. So yes, this morning I started streaming. Can you guys hear the background music? So this morning I started streaming live on TikTok, and I've done 7 hours already, and I gained, almost 1,200 followers just from one live stream. And we are like back at it tonight. So maybe I'm gonna keep growing. And basically, what we do is we just build stuff alive, and we share our knowledge, and we build a community. And it's been really fun with you guys this morning. How are you guys tonight? Can you guys hear the music? Thanks for liking the live. Can you guys press the like button like a lot so that we can start the live? Because we need more viewers. So yeah, we are like doing some hardcore streaming, and I'm trying to build my community here. I gained more than 1,000 followers this morning. How are you, Eloy? I see that some people tend to spend a lot of time on TikTok. Well, a few hours ago I had like almost 300 viewers on the stream, which was crazy. So let's get back to at least 200 viewers. So can you guys press the like button so that I keep growing? And I'm gonna try to share my screen here. So how are you guys tonight? So we keep pushing, we keep building stuff. And actually, I like talking to you. Hi, Enzo, how are you? So today, I gained like more than 1,200 followers, which is insane. And I want to do that again tonight. Thanks for the gift, Richard. I'm great. Well, it's been an exhausting like streaming day. I've been streaming for like more than 7 hours this morning. And we're back for 2 nights for at least 5 hours, I guess. So we need to find like topics. So ask any question around the tech space. I don't know, are you guys working in IT? I want to get to 5K followers, so I'm doing this streaming marathon, and it's been working pretty well for me today. That's a bit exhausting, but it works, so let's do this. So how are you guys doing tonight? Can you guys hear the background music? How are you guys? Math, Java, or Python? Definitely not Java, and my main language is really like TypeScript, JavaScript, TypeScript. But I have nothing against Java, man, if you're a Java developer. What are you coding? So we are coding plenty of things here. So I'm a software engineer and I'm trying to grow my community here. And most of the time I would be streaming live and building like SaaS applications or mobile apps using mostly React and React Native. So the idea for this project, it's a B2B SaaS in the real estate. Nice to meet you, Daniel. It's in the real estate niche. And it's a B2B SaaS for Airbnb property rental managers so that they can get more clients. In the UK, Java developer starts from 100K. Yeah, the salaries in the UK are a bit higher than in most European countries. Are you talking about like freelancing income or like a permanent contract? Turkish.co.uk, is that your domain name? Employees, 100K, yes, why not? Really depends on where you live and how much money you have to pay for your rent, for example. Then move to the UK, man. Where are you from, Daniel? Trying to have dinner at the same time. The things that I've been trying to do this 12-hour live stream, so I've done almost 8 hours already, and it's been growing my channel a lot. Is your SaaS rentable? You want to rent my SaaS? What do you mean, Andre? Can you guys press the like button so that we get more viewers? Thanks for the follow, Turkish. Are you Turkish or are you British? Where are you guys from? Both Turkish and British. Cool. How much for you to revise my project and check for bugs, lack of security, and make app ready? What are you working on, man? Bulgaria. It's great because we have every single European country. We've got Moroccan people. This morning we had plenty of Asian guys, but now I guess they are sleeping. Maybe we're gonna have more like American people, or maybe like Southern American, because I know that the US TikTok bubble is like a separate market. I'm from Madagascar, working for a French company in France, or from Madagascar. That's awesome, man. iOS apps. So you're building an iOS app. What are you using? Is it coded in Swift? If that's the case, I can't really help you. On a totally different note, I noticed your camera is like tilting and panning automatically. Well, I have quite a nice setup now because I've been streaming for a few months now. And yeah, I've gotten like an AI tool that's like following me. And it's a good way to have like a lively live stream, you know. But still, we only have like we have less than 20 viewers. That's nothing. Can you guys press the like button? Yes, I'm French. How about you, man? How did you set this up? So basically, I guess there are plenty of tools to do that, but maybe you can do what I'm doing. So I've got my iPhone 15 with the 4K camera on a gimbal. And then I use it's like an AI powered gimbal. That's the thing that's like following me, you know, like this animation. And that's pretty cool. And yes, and that's it. I want to get in cloud security. Could you get me some advice how to get a job? I'm just gonna make the chat bigger because I'm like ruining my eyes now. Okay. React Native versus Swift. I'm a React Native guy, I'm sorry, so I'm not gonna vote for Swift. There's no best tech stack, but you know, I'm mostly a React developer, so if I need to build an app, then I would do it using React Native. Are you working as a freelancer outside of... What do you mean TikTok? Do you 974? Right now I'm not available, but actually I'm building my own like MVP studio and SaaS development agency, SaaS and mobile apps development agency. You can find the link in my bio, but I'm not selling anything actually. Just growing my TikTok presence. I will quit my permanent contract for freelance. Is it better? Well, you get more money as long as you find a mission, like a freelance gig. And if you don't, then it's better keeping your contract, especially now that the job market is horrible. Can you guys press the like button? For SaaS, how does this differ from Go high level? Which IDE do you use? I'm just using VS Code, nothing crazy. Yes, I'm French. How about you, man? But isn't AI going to take these jobs? Well, maybe we'll have to find another job. I'm completely fine with it. Really. Salut. Hi, Basu. How are you, man? I think I know you. What kind of advice do you have to discover IT and coding? I'm starting. Okay. So congrats on the. Did you just get your baccalaureate? How much per hour for code quotation? I'm just the average mid-level to senior dev, so it's between 300 and 500 euros a day. I'm fine, thank you. Great, man. So we already have like 40 viewers. Let's get to 50 viewers. Can you guys please help me? Because I'm like exhausted. I've been live streaming the whole day. I even forgot to eat at some point. So yes, I'm back tonight. Just trying to get the best setup possible. I think I'm fine this way. Hi man, how are you, Dollar? Try to see the basics on learning. So yes, so if you want to learn how to code, I don't think your prepa thing is not the best environment. Because if you are like studying hardcore, then you won't have time to code, I think. But maybe try to do it at weekends, I don't know. Try to build apps, don't use AI too much at the beginning. Is there anyone who's been following the live this morning? I mean, like the 7-hour live that I just did. Thanks for the follow, man. So my goal tonight is to get to 5,000 followers, and we're not that far actually. Yeah, I think we can do it. Well, of course, it's the best environment for the brain, and congrats for that. But being a software engineer is much more than that. Well, I mean, it's not like it has nothing to do with academia, in my opinion. But that's a great starting point. I'm on a Mac, man. What do you think to work at Fang? Well, it's good for the ones who get the job at Fang. That's not it's never been my goal. Do you make it as a web app or native? It's just going to be a web app. There's no mobile involved in there. How to become senior? Well, just keep working and keep pushing code to production, and then after 5 years, going to be a senior. It's pretty easy to be a senior in the coding space. Is this startup going to be zero upfront? Well, actually, you can create your accounts, but you have to pay for the leads. It's like a lead generation platform for Airbnb property rental managers. So if you want to get the contact info for the lead, you have to pay for the contact. Thanks for the follow, Cider. Why don't use Vue.js? Is so much simpler than React. I totally agree with you. I'm just very used to React. But in the next months, maybe I'm going to try to use Vue more and more. That's not Java, that's Node.js, JavaScript. Can I be your intern? So you want to be the lastdev.club intern? We're not hiring interns at the moment. But you know what? I'm going to start a Discord server so we could keep building the community. I like Angular, still haven't got the hang for React. Well, I think Angular is more difficult than React. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you know Angular, you can focus on React for a few weeks and months, and then you're gonna love React as well. There's no better stack. How did you learn coding? Just self-taught, just watching tutorials on YouTube. I remember when I was like trying to build stuff without AI and just like Googling things. What skills are most in demand for companies hiring? Well, what skills are most in demand for companies hiring? Well, I would say it really depends on the space you want to work. Obviously, there are some overcrowded spaces. Like I think my space is a bit overcrowded. I don't really care because I'm a freelance dev, so it's much easier to get a job. And I work in various countries, like remotely. But maybe the React, like this full stack JavaScript, TypeScript space is a bit overcrowded at the moment, job-wise, I mean. Can you become my mentor? I can also work for free for you. I want to learn from you. Well, just watch my live streams and you're gonna learn stuff, I guess, hopefully. How long have you been in the code game? For 7-8 years. Are you using AI to help build your SaaS? Yes, of course. I'm not using any AI agents. I'm not using like the agent in Cursor, but I'm using Claude a lot, like Claude Opus and Claude Sonnet. Hearing your self-taught. Wait, I can't follow the messages in the chat. Just gonna make it bigger. Okay, let's get back to the most recent comments, and then if you have a question that I forgot to answer, just write it again. Holy, you look like that New York vlogger on YouTube. Really? Who's that New York vlogger? I used to live in New York a few months ago. Forgot his name. Accent French. Yes, that's a French accent. Do you use Claude to just write components? Can you guys press the like button a lot so that we cross the 100 viewers threshold? Bro, I'm trying to go to computer science. You think it's worth it? By the way, I'm what? Just getting some water. Okay, so I'm back to the most recent comments. Thanks for the follow, Edo. Maybe if you're not too busy with projects, you can make YouTube videos to expand audience and add. Yes, that's a project that I have, but I'm quite busy actually at the moment with work. And I'd rather do like these live streams and meet people, talk to real people, instead of spending hours editing videos. Even like TikTok posts, like it takes so much time. So I'm not gonna, thanks for the follow, Dark Ghost. I'm not gonna spend hours editing videos for the moment. Maybe at some point I should make videos like from these live streams. I don't know. Thanks for the follow, TikTok verse. I think it's better to start streaming on Twitch, in my opinion. Do you think I would get to 200 or 200 viewers on Twitch? I don't think so. I find it hard finding freelance gigs. Any pointers? Best pointer would be just create content and meet people and connect to people on LinkedIn. So people can hear the French accent. That's great. Yeah, that's true. Yes, I'm French, but we speak English here. How true is that AI will make software development jobs? And how soon? You mean like AI is going to destroy the software development space? What do you guys think? Like personally, I like this new AI era. Yeah, the setup is cool tonight. I'm trying to do like new stuff, like not only like not your classic like streaming with LED lights, I don't believe it. You don't think? Well, maybe AI is going to destroy maybe 80% of the jobs in the next 10 years, but we'll still have 20% remaining. Students, what an advice can you give me? Can I stop using AI in order to be advanced in software? You mean you want to force yourself to stop using AI? Maybe that's what we should do at the moment. How often do you stream? Well, more and more often. Maybe 3 or 4 times a week. And I've been streaming for almost 8 hours today. It's harder to monetize your stream in here compared to Twitch or YouTube. Well, I don't need to monetize it. I mean, not with the views. The way I'm gonna monetize it's just I'm gonna like grow my MVP studio and get clients here. Don't want to earn like YouTube money. You want a place to host a React website, maybe Netlify or Vercel. Thanks for the follow, man. For your Movil apps in production, Supabase or Firebase? Supabase, definitely. Thanks for the follow, Rex. How much money you earn? How about you, man? How much money do you earn? We want to know. Well, really stop idealizing the software engineer money, especially in Europe. What was the biggest code you ever wrote and there was one wrong line in it? Oh, can't remember, man. It's not about one line usually. Like the main problems you would face are more regarding architecture. How do you execute commands on Netlify? I might sound really dumb. To be honest, I haven't used Netlify for maybe 5 years, but if I were you, I would deploy it on Vercel. And on Vercel, it's very simple. You just create a new project. You connect to your GitHub account and the selected repo, and then it's gonna build your project in a few seconds. How do you stay passionate about building web apps? I'm burnt out. Actually, I was burning out maybe 4 weeks ago, before I started being on holiday. So yes, maybe work on your personal projects on the side, because sometimes at work it can get very, very, very stressful for no reason. See you next time, Elias. Thanks for your support. Thanks for the follow. I feel like my stream has a limit to like 100 viewers now. Don't know what's wrong with the TikTok algorithm tonight. Thanks for the follow, Elias. Do you think AI is going to replace the devs? Maybe AI is going to destroy... my theory is that it's going to destroy 80% of the software engineering jobs in the next 10 years. But that's fine, we still have 20% remaining. What do you think, Ezekiel? Let me know. Well, money, maybe it's the main thing for people, but that's not my case. Like you don't die with your money. What language is this? It's Node.js, JavaScript, TypeScript. Thanks for the follow, Drizzle. Is it like Drizzle, I mean the Drizzle? I need to check that out. I don't think so. I wish it could be. No. Have you tried TRPC? Yes, I was using the T3 stack maybe 2 years ago. That was my main stack. AI might destroy startup dev jobs, but not existing jobs. Yeah, maybe now like teams are... Yeah, it's Drizzle and I'm Prisma. Teams are getting smaller and smaller because of AI and especially because of the lack of money. Do you create MVPs for clients and third parties, or these are your own products? This one is a project from myself, but yes, I'm working full-time for clients, building SaaS and mobile apps. Thanks for the follow, Madina. Thanks for the follow, Stephanie. How are you? We finally have one female viewer. I'm going mad. Oh, how are you? You're still watching the live, XYZ? So we're back at it tonight. I want to get to 5K followers tonight. Vue or React? What's your preferred choice? Well, I would choose React, but I know that Vue is amazing, and I'm gonna try to use it more and more. It's a bit easier than React in a good way. What should you learn in web dev after learning DevOps, Kubernetes, unit tests, anything around master level? Don't understand. You want to get back to coding, or you want to keep learning DevOps? Been working on this for the last 6 hours. Well, I'm not working a lot. I'm mostly like building my community and answering questions. Thanks for the follow, TAEEE. What's your icon pack for VS Code? I think it's like something called material icons, something. Just try to find it on the VS Code extensions page. Material icons, I think. It has a lot of things. Thanks for the follow, guys. I don't think AI won't ruin and take over our jobs. It will drop the demand on new devs. Well, yeah. I think the hardest part is for junior, definitely. Thanks for the follow, Zachary. Being a junior now it can turn into a nightmare. Do you teach software development? Well, I don't have time for that at the moment. I have been working for the last 6 hours. That's what I meant. Oh, okay. So you've been working and watching my stream all along. You gained 250 followers since when I last saw the live. Well, today I think I gained, yes, I think I gained 1,300 followers. I'm going like all in on TikTok, on the kids platform. For you, it would be useful studying code now, or like you said before, AI will replace people. Well, if you have the passion for coding, then go for it, and maybe try to have like a broader perspective. Don't focus on, I don't know, like a React only, or front-end only, or DevOps only. Maybe try to have this like architect perspective. Yes, 10K, let's say 10K followers at the end of June, maybe. The things that I'm working full time in June, so yeah, I will try to do it at night. What is your code studio? What do you mean? What's my ID? That's VS Code. Thanks for the follow, guys. Can you guys press the like button like a lot for 1 minute so that we cross the 100 viewers threshold? Okay, so now we talk Web3 and blockchain. So in my opinion, Web3 is the future. This is where you all can take a deep look into. I used to be like very enthusiastic about Web3. At some point, I was building an open source tool for building React Native Web3 apps in the Ethereum ecosystem. But the things that Web3, I hate to say that, but I think Web3 is not going anywhere, but I might be wrong. I mean Web3, like technically speaking, and there's no user, no use case, like no true use case. I don't know, like you don't want to sign up to an app using your wallet. Doesn't make sense to me anymore. But I'm a big fan of the blockchain, and the crypto space is fascinating in a way. If you were looking for a job as a junior, what will you do differently? I would definitely create content on TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube if you like video editing, Twitch, just create content, meet people, talk to people. Hey man, would you be able to build an app for me? Well, if you are able to pay me between 300 and 500 euros a day, yes, for sure, I'd be happy to help, man. Here we go. Yes, we are back, and we want to get to 5K followers tonight. So I've been live streaming for 8 hours now, so I still have 4 hours remaining. As a freelancer, where do you find clients? I just talk to people in real life and online, and I have a network. I have friends working in tech. So it's really a question of network, I think. and using the right technologies and building actual products. Hey, Crowking, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. So you see, I'm almost reaching like 5,000 followers today. I'm exhausted because I've been streaming for 8 hours today. How did you learn how to program? Just self-taught YouTube tutorials. How are you, Crowking? Crowking is like the king of the followers here. I've been busy a lot. Yeah, I stopped streaming for more than 1 month, and I'm back at it now, like almost full time in the next weeks. Thanks for the follow, Legend. Do you have to know good math for programming? Well, it really depends on your field, but I would answer no. But it's always great to have like a computer science background, especially in the current market. What are you building? Well, right now I'm building my TikTok community in the tech niche. And I was working on a B2B SaaS in the real estate space. Are you Matt, the founder of SheCode? Nope. What ID do you use? I'm using VS Code. Happy to see you doing well. Clearly consistency has been paying off. Plenty of interested people. Well, that's crazy. This afternoon I had like 250 viewers at some point. And I gained 1,300 followers today. There's really a lot of traction around tech. Maybe that's because of AI. Why are you guys interested in what we are talking about here? Is it because of the SaaS like business aspect, or is it because now you think that anyone can build an app thanks to AI? Which might be true, I don't know. Since I have a software engineering background, I don't know how it feels to be a complete beginner now. What's a SaaS in real estate? Well, it's a SaaS for real estate agents so that they can find more clients and properties to manage. Well, Web3 has been in early stages in the last, since the 2017, 2018 bull run, I think it's been in early stages. Yeah, not that many use cases, but hopefully it's going to change, yeah. I learned a lot of stuff around, especially around Web3 frontend, Web3.js, stuff like that. I worked for an NFT project, an NFT startup in the NFT craze. Seen plenty of LinkedIn posts about vibe coding going wrong, requiring the proper skills to debug. Well, the best way to debug a vibe coded app maybe is to rebuild it from the very beginning. Yeah, traction is really kicking off. That's crazy. I don't know what I'm just being myself, you know, just talking to you as I would talk to friends. At least I mean the friends that are interested in software engineering. You always worked on coding. Did you do other jobs? Well, I didn't study computer science at university. I studied social sciences. I have a master's degree in social sciences, social anthropology, and I started a PhD in social anthropology. Thanks for the follow, Lisa. We have another female viewer. NFT is nothing right now. Meme coins are booming, are way more valuable than the NFTs. Well, NFTs, like 3 years ago, it was like you had to buy NFTs. I don't know how you guys feel if you bought this like monkeys NFTs. I am building a full stack app SaaS for B2C tools for the music industry. Cool, man. Are you building it yourself? Do you have users already? So yes, I don't know what you want to talk about actually, and I don't feel like coding tonight, so I'm just gonna keep talking to you. Lovable. So using Lovable. I guess Lovable are shipping plenty of new features because it looks very powerful. Main reason I think Web3 is going to boom is because we are going forward. Digitalization. Well, the thing is that there's, I don't know, the whole blockchain space is going to be constrained by the governments and the taxes. But yes. Did you ever code in PHP? I'm not a PHP guy. I'm a full stack PHP web dev. Well, PHP is very powerful, still very powerful. Do you consider AWS or Google Cloud to host SaaS? Maybe AWS. I've worked more with AWS than Google Cloud. I'm currently learning JS, but I am in intermediate of it. What would you call intermediate in JavaScript? So most of the time we are building SaaS software and mobile apps here. At what age did you start to learn coding? Well, I started when I was a child, but then I did other stuff with my life and I got back to it like 8 years ago. Thanks for the follow, Ode. So we've got this nice camera setup, which is supposed to follow me, and it is actually. Do you host your app on AWS EC2? Every time I launch a SaaS now, I'm using Supabase because I got very comfortable with it, and it's much easier than AWS. Yes, newbie in coding thinks PHP is dead, but the community is very active and we got updates. Yeah, the PHP community is still very strong and there's still a lot of demand on the job market, for sure. PHP is legacy. I wouldn't say that myself, but yes, why not? Hi, Bolu, how are you? So are we slowly growing the channel to 5K followers? Hi, Dreams, how are you today? I feel like I want to go for a run, because I've been streaming the whole day. What time is it now? It's 9:30. I'm in Europe at the moment. What advice could we give to PHP developers? Maybe try to broaden your perspective on things and keep your PHP expertise, but learn maybe more languages like JavaScript or Go. I don't know. Thanks for the follow, David. Thanks for the follow, Shelder. How are you, man? You're building a SaaS with I think I've seen you on my stream already. Yaniolua, using React and Nest.js. How long have you been streaming today? So I started this morning around, right now it's 9:30. I started right after breakfast around like 10 a.m. And I didn't even have find time to eat for lunch. And then I stopped around 5 p.m. and I just started the live stream again at 8:30. What are you doing? We are building a tech community on TikTok. With no pause. I had a 1 or 2 hour pause. Took a shower and had a quick lunch, a quick dinner. I told you guys I am going all in on TikTok because I really trust this platform, like the potential for this platform. Yes, we are still here, man. Can you guys press the like button to support this crazy dude who's like streaming the whole day on a vertical screen? You are a powerful TikToker, yes. I'm not a power lifter, I'm a powerful TikToker. How would you go about the marketing for your SaaS? Well, my SaaS is, I'm just going to do like some cold outreach. Just need to call the professionals. So basically, I'm gonna like pick one region or one area, and I'm gonna scrape data on Google Maps and get phone numbers. Maybe use some phone number enrichment tool, and then cold call. Maybe pay someone for cold calling. So it's the first time I hear the SaaS definition. It's basically as using Discord web instead of the app. I don't know if technically a SaaS has to be inside the browser. That's not the definition. It's more that it's like a cloud-based software, and you don't buy the software, just kind of rent its usage, and you don't have to worry about scaling issues or hosting issues. I don't know, you just pay for, you would pay for Canva, for example, and then you can create as many images as you want. You don't worry about anything, just pay for your monthly plan. Thanks for the follow again, and barista. We've got a barista in the house, and today we were making like crazy espresso making tutorials, like grinding coffee live. Are you a barista, Hassan? Is this JavaScript? Yes, that's TypeScript. Thanks for the follow, Tabani. How are you? Can you guys help me? So I've been streaming for 8 hours, and we reached 250 viewers at some point. So can you guys help me get back to 250 viewers so that I get another personal record and I can go to bed? Go eat, man. Well, actually, I had dinner tonight. I found time to have dinner, and the wife is not at home tonight, so I had to cook my own dinner, and I did it. Maybe the wife is watching at the moment. She's always watching what we are doing here. Don't get addicted to streaming on TikTok, dude. I'm addicted to TikTok money, man. So the preacher is following us. I just started learning JavaScript. Any advice? Well, keep learning it, and then at some point, you're gonna be a crazy senior guy streaming on TikTok. Not even coding, but pretending he's coding. Yes. Do you think we can get addicted to streaming? Yes, I think you can. Just with like with anything. That's not how I thought my career would end up, you know, like talking to people on a vertical screen in English specifically. So I don't know. I heard that it's that I had to focus on like streaming quality instead of quantity, but today I can't remember the bullshit I just said. So yes, I thought that in streaming you have to focus on quality instead of quantity if you want to grow your audience and blah blah blah. But the things that I've been streaming for 8 hours now, and I gained 1,300 followers. So I guess quantity is great as well. Why are you not using AI to code? Everyone is using AI to code now, even like senior devs at Meta, man. Work, no results, but you are a little bit better. Yeah, just keep working. Whatever you're doing, just keep working, and then at some point, it's gonna pay. No pain, no gain, man. If you don't like English, then you can just, you're free to go, man. So the team is not really like a VS Code team geek, but my team is Bearded, Molokai. What are we building here? So most of the time we are building SaaS applications using TypeScript and mobile apps in React Native. Thanks for sharing the live. Can I really make money from building and pushing a SaaS? Well, maybe, yeah, it's possible. You can also lose money. This specific build, I mean, I see Airbnb connector. Well, the Airbnb connector, it's like a never-ending project that I've been working on. It's like a platform for Airbnb property managers to find more clients. Which one is difficult to learn? I don't know what Informatica is, man. MNK. Just started learning JavaScript. Any advice? Keep working, as he told you. Keep learning. Work. You are a hard worker, man. By the way, for scraping, LinkedIn may be a good place for queries, but they are building heavier blocking. Yeah, scraping on LinkedIn, it's not easy. Actually, like a few months ago, I have 2 bots on LinkedIn. I have one bot for removing the connection requests that didn't get any answer. So this one has no problem with the scraping limitations. For example, you send like, I don't know, like 1,000 connections. Yes, I'm gonna read my messages tomorrow, my DMs. So if you send many connections, then you end up having plenty of connection requests with no answer, and it's a good practice to remove them. But if you don't remove them, your account could get blocked, or you don't get any like successful connection requests. So I got a bot that removes the connection requests using Puppeteer. I built it, and I have another bot that's like, it's like visiting profiles. And actually, I'm going to share a cool tool for scraping, especially to avoid the Cloudflare limitations. So yes, I have a bot that's like visiting, when you're on your LinkedIn profile, you've got this software engineers you may know, div or card, and then you've got a few software engineers, and you can scroll, like there's like an infinite scroll. So I built a bot that's like scrolling and opening every single profile. It checks if it has many followers and many connections, and if it does, it sends a connection request. But I stopped using it because I kept getting these alerts that I was like having a non-human behavior on LinkedIn. But yes, when I first launched it, like I was so proud of myself. But then no, it didn't get flagged. Well, I got disconnected a few times. So I tried to implement some kind of human behavior, like waiting between, like with a random duration between requests and opening not too many profiles at the same time. There's a cool thing for scraping, but I can't remember the name now. Yeah, Zenrose. Zenrose, they have a cool tool for if you want to escape the like a Cloudflare limitation. You should have a look at Zenrose. It's not very expensive, and you can basically scrape everything. So you connect it to it's like your Puppeteer or your scraping bot is gonna visit the website through their own Zenrose tool, and then so it's not like no-code scraping, but it's a tool for developers to have more successful scraping. I need tips for mobile app building. Like, walk me through an overview. Well, mobile apps, I don't know if you're a software engineer or not. If you have any computer science background. Mobile apps, you could use Flutter or React Native for cross-platform. Just ask Cursor to build you an amazing React Native app using Expo. Thanks for the follow, guys. Well, I'm talking about the front end only, and then you can connect it to any. So if you know React, you should switch to React Native with Expo. Thanks for the follow, Vincent. Yeah, React or Flutter is the way to go. Well, the other day I was saying that Flutter was abandoned or something. That's not the case, actually. Yeah, there was like a rumor that Flutter was abandoned by Google, but it's not true. But it lost traction for sure. So React Native with Expo, React Navigation or Expo Router is great. And And if you're familiar with Tailwind, you can use Native Wind on React Native. And Expo is more than good, yeah. It's really good, especially for updates, like live updates. Building an app with PyCharm is better than React Native. Maybe. There's no better stack. I have a question. I don't understand coding. How do you turn codes to their function? Don't understand the question. Can you show us some of the app? I'm not launching the server tonight. I'm just talking to you guys. Flutter, Google abandoned. Is Flutter dying? Yeah, the rumor happened in May. I remember that. But Flutter is definitely not what it used to be. Flutter has never been so alive. I don't know. Do you mean how do lines of code become operational processes that do things? That's a great question. What is your most famous app? I don't have any like famous app, you know. I'm asking to build app between, wait, I need to change the screen, yeah. App between PyCharm and React Native, which is better, sir? Can you build a mobile app with PyCharm? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, PyCharm is an IDE, so you're like I don't know. PyCharm is not. You don't build. Yeah, you can build any React Native. You can build a React Native app with any IDE. You abandoned Flutter. Why did you abandon Flutter? I'll work for you, junior dev though. Still only that camera is creepy. What do you mean? I feel like I have someone like following me with the camera. I'm in the Truman Show. Would you like to work for me? Yes, for sure, if you have some kind of budget. Don't have time to work for free, unfortunately. Done that way too much in the past. I don't watch football at all. Yeah, I know that there's a big football thing happening tonight, but we still have 70 viewers on the stream, so that I'm fine with it. I'm really not a football person. Well, leader, you can DM me on TikTok and I will try to answer you tomorrow, maybe. So Vincent, it's still only front end, but the two states aren't consistent. What do you mean? Linus just joined the live. What do you want to build, leader? Where are you from? I'm trying something. I'm trying not to talk anymore and see if I get more viewers. Because this is what happened this afternoon. How long have you been working on this project? Way too long. Well, the thing I spent maybe a few hours on it, and then I rebuilt it from scratch with a new tech stack. From the UK, I want to build an app for driving test routes. Okay, that's interesting. You mean a mobile application? Thanks for the follow, Mr. Snave. You don't know where I can find the investments. You want to find an investor? What are you building, EMP? That's actually a pretty good idea. Tell us more about your idea, leader. That's interesting. Should I like switch on the lights? I don't know. Maybe that light. Thanks for the follow. When the learner get routes guides near to actual driving tests. I am building the Web3 ecosystem. Oh, you're the one who wants to build your own like blockchain. You want to build your own layer one. That's ambitious, man. But why not? Hi Aki, how are you? Thanks for the follow. Any advice? I'm not sure which language must I focus on to secure a job in tech. Do you guys have any advice? Does the community have any advice for Siwazi? In which country do you live in? That's an important information that we need to have. Trying to build something to AI, co-writing assistant, but something consumer facing, easy to use. Thanks for the follow, Gomez Rui. Like ChatGPT, I am in South Africa. So you want to learn a language, you want to choose the right language. Yeah, maybe start with Python, and if you like it, stick to Python. I have finished my own blockchain, and I can that I have made MVP, but I don't know where I can. A bit annoying that we can't write longer messages on the chat. Are you rich? How about you, GGJJKKKM? Are you filthy, filthy rich? We developers are all like filthy rich. I want to build streaming platforms for my people, and I'm going, will Python, is that good? Are you guys rich or poor? Can only answer like by rich or poor on the chat. I want to build streaming platforms for my people, and I'm going with Python. Is that any good streaming platform for my people? What do you call your people? For your friends? I'm sorry, I'm a bit tired tonight. So Vincent is poor. Keep pushing, Vincent. Everyone here is rich, guys. I am not yet. I build an AI Next.js app. If Gemini spits out an HTML code for an interactive model, how can I create that digital product? I hope my neighbors are not gonna see me like talking to my TV screen like this and having fun with the TV screen. If Gemini spits out an HTML code for an interactive model, how can I create that digital product? How many languages do you speak? Well, I would say I speak mostly French and English. Then I know a little bit of Italian and German. Thanks for the follow, Captain Insano. We are filthy rich men, so we don't know unemployment. Don't use Gemini's output for code. It's built for pros, not hard code. Are you Canadian? No. So would you say like bro, where are you from? Do you recommend using Cursor AI or no? Yes, why not? If you need like an AI agent for coding, you can try Cursor. It's funny to see now on social media how Cursor used to be like the future for coding, and now it's more like people say it's a scam, and I think they made changes in their pricing, so it got cheaper, and now it's more expensive again. And Cloud Code is like destroying. Cloud Code is destroying the Cursor hype at the moment. Okay, so we have a French guy who's asking like crazy deep tax stuff around being a freelance in France. But as a freelance, you can earn both as a salary and unemployment for 1 year after the status change. So what's your question? Did you use Cloud Code? No, I haven't used Cloud Code yet. I was on holiday in Greece, and then before that I was working like crazy, like almost burning out. And I know like the Cloud Code happened when I was kite surfing in Greece. So I haven't tried it yet. I need to install it and to try it. I'm in an audio streaming platform for church programs, and I will like to use Python. Yeah, you can do that. For the backend, you can use Django for sure. I don't know much about audio streaming, but yes, Django could be a good starting point. Try, bro, it's the perfect tool. Yes, I think you're right. Cloud Code is a great tool. Can code in assembly. I'm not a genius. We are just filthy rich people here. We're not geniuses. You're off to Greece in a few hours, so sorry I missed you all. Where are you going in Greece? Well, you know what? Greece, I was in Naxos and Paros. It's full of Scandinavians. They have full of Scandinavians and Americans. They have a passion for Greece. Hi, Zachuli. Do we know you? Are you part of the community? Okay, you're going to Rhodes. Okay. I'm new in tech. Where do you think I should start from? Software engineers have no value anymore, and soon AI will be your full replacement. Good to know, man. So the Scandinavians have colonized so many places. Forward operating bases everywhere. Yes, even here in the south of France, there are quite a few Scandinavians. Yeah, maybe you're following us. So we are building the greatest tech community over here on TikTok Live, streaming 12 hours a day. That's only true for entry-level developers. Electronics, do some C++. Have a great time. I used to hire a software engineer for my app, and it would take days and weeks and to screw me over. Really? So now you're hiring Cloud Code? Can you tell us more about your experience with a software engineer? Was he like a freelance dev? Now Cloud AI has replaced that clown. Thanks for the follow, people. See you next time, actually. Do you think it's still relevant to learn to code? Do you think it's still relevant to learn anything now in the AI era? I don't need any engineer anymore. So who's on holiday at the moment? Thanks for the follow, emoji. One word architecture. How do these people plan on giving technical interviews? What do you mean? Rosé wine. I'm just reading your conversation on the chat, which is pretty entertaining. So apparently 21 Cabbage, a dude from which country, I don't know, had a very bad experience with a freelance software engineer. And now he's happy that AI is gonna destroy all these shitty software engineers. Which companies did you work with? Mostly startups. You keep using AI code to build your product, eventually it'll reach critical mass of bugs. Good evening, Mash Curry. Where are you from, Mash Curry? Yes, this is JavaScript, this is TypeScript. Oh, we've got an American guy, but are you on holiday in Europe or are you in the US at the moment? I'm trying to understand why we don't get more American people now on TikTok. I'm learning Python because I'm learning AI too. I don't know if I should only focus on the basics. Maybe I should start my AI voice agent so that I don't have to read the comments anymore. I still have maybe like 6,000 credits on 11 Labs. So give me a minute, I'm gonna start my AI voice text-to-read system. Gonna put my glasses so that I look smarter than I am, and that engineer would need months to roll out one feature and he did 100 features. Well, that's great then. I'm off to bed, but I'll be back another day. This conversation on AI is not over. Well, yes, we humans are gonna keep... Oh, and have a look at my Crowking. I wouldn't say I launched my MVP studio, but I've been working on this small landing page so that people can at least book a Calendly call with me. And that's the marketing for my MVP studio. Because that debate, it's pretty funny. Like the never-ending debate. So the other day we built an AI text-to-speech tool for just checking. Yeah, I have 5,000 credits. So let's ruin my 11 Labs credits. So I'm gonna switch on the text-to-speech tool. That's VoiceOver, I think. No. So I'm gonna start it. And sorry, I'm using NPM on this project, which is really bad, I know. So it's running on localhost. Let's try that. Maybe I need to plug my earphones. See you soon, Crowking. Thanks for your support again. Next time we're gonna be live with 10K followers. Hi Alan, how are you? Are you employing? Not at the moment, but yes, at some point I'm gonna, because I can't do everything for the MVP studio. So yes, obviously at some point I'm gonna hire freelancers only. European freelancers. Maybe DevOps experts, or I don't know. But yeah, mostly DevOps roles. Can't really predict what kind of clients I'm gonna have. Can you remind me where you're coming from, Vincent? I said Europe only, but it could be... any continent actually. I just don't want to have to deal with a crazy time difference. How do you get React server to work on network? Won't work when not on Mac for iPhone. Don't understand what you are. I'm streaming from my Mac. Oh, you're from Nigeria, so maybe the time difference is not that crazy. Thanks for the follow, Wu Ming Fang. What do you think about using AI for code? So let's try the AI voice. Maybe you are gonna tell me if you can hear the. So first of all, I need to connect to my chat messages. So apparently it's connected. So now it should be reading your messages. So if you add messages on the chat, it should appear here. And I should have the icon telling me that we are pretty calm. What's calm? It's not reading the messages. Can you guys write a message in the chat? So I can write one. Hi, friends. 1, 2, 3. How are you? Yes, it's working. Thank you, Vincent. So I think you could hear. Can you hear the AI voice? I think you can. Can you confirm that you can hear the AI voice? Because I'm just I don't want to plug my earplugs. Yes, you can hear the voice delayed. Yes, obviously it's going to be delayed, and a few messages they get lost. And I think if you press the like button, then I have there's a model appearing.
Lovely.
Are you French? Yes, I'm Frenchman. Thanks for the follow, Mlo Koto. So we have like 5,000 credits on 11 Labs to kill. So just ruin my 11 Labs account. Do you agree with me to opt for software engineering, or I go to other computer-related courses? Well, software engineering is really broad, but maybe try to have a look at the data field, or the cybersecurity field, or the infra DevOps field, maybe. Okay, so apparently my TikTok live assistant is working. Let me know if the voice is too loud, the AI voice. If I get a viewers drop, then I'm gonna switch it off. But I don't know if the algorithm likes these two. Thanks for the like, Mathis. Is it true that AI is going to replace software developers? Why Laravel? I can't.
One Vin says and one says it can't.
Thanks for the likes, guys. Just gonna check my followers count. Do you think we're getting to 5K followers tonight? Not sure. If I get a viewers drop, then I'm gonna switch off the
Dreams_beat says, are you using Next.js?
My TikTok live tool. Are we using Next.js? Yes, sure, we are using Next.js most of the time. I'm gonna head off. Well, good too. It was nice meeting you, Vincent. Possibility. Thanks for your support, Vincent. I'm doing my best. Well, actually, I get a viewers drop because of this tool, I think. I think the algorithm doesn't like the AI voice. Is Next.js hard to learn? I'm going to switch off the AI voice, yeah. Let's switch that off. Sorry, I have to switch it off. Is Next.js hard to learn? Well, if you're focused enough and motivated enough, you can build anything. You can learn anything, sorry. Maybe learn React before Next.js and then switch to Next. Thanks for the follow, Kitech and Mr. Cad 227. Yeah, this AI voice, like the TikTok algorithm doesn't like AI. Vue.js versus React. Well, I'm a React-oriented developer, but Vue is a bit easier and it's amazing as well. What was the question? I'm sorry, but I've been streaming for 8 hours today, so I can miss a few questions. React is amazing. How are you not Matt today? You're not Matt and I'm Matt. Glad it's open source. Well, the thing is, React is suffering from the Next.js. Yes, 8 hours, Kelly. I started today around like 10, half past 10 in the morning for breakfast. Then I stopped at 5 p.m. and I started again at 8. And I gained 1,300 followers today. Is it true that AI is going to replace software developers? Maybe. Good night, Ditebogo. See you next time. Installing Gemini 2.5 Pro or Cursor with Zapier, MCP plus Claude is amazing. I start freaking out because like younger people than me start building like even junior people, they start building these crazy workflows with Claude Code and several agents working at the same time on various features. It's getting like freaky. But that's the way to go now, I guess. Are you French? Yes, I am. Primo Laxman, thanks for the follow, man. So the question was like same old question: is it true that AI is going to replace software developers? Some of them will be, of course. Well, AI is going to replace plenty of marketing people, sales people, like lawyers, and like each space is going to be hit by the well, actually some French people use French words for variables, but that's a bad practice. People are very difficult to teach. What do you mean? Hi Zenith, how are you? No, where are my glasses? It's here. Thanks for the follow, Street Taco Pop. Well, you know what? We had 250 viewers in the afternoon, but right now I'm happy with a smaller crowd. So what should I do now? Trying to like not to speak. How do you lock in when coding? I usually can get exhausted and distracted. Well, maybe like switch off your phone, and if you have a deadline, usually you're not distracted. The live stream is dying, slowly dying. 17 viewers. What should I do? Should I move around the house with the camera? Let's do this. I think I've been streaming too much today. If 17 people were watching you in real life, that's a win. Well, yeah, you're completely true. Actually, I got addicted to having like plenty of viewers today. But when I started streaming, I had like 3 viewers a few months ago. How do you manage your daytime as a freelancer? Do you work at night too? Unfortunately, yes, sometimes I have to work at night. Right now I'm on holiday, which is the reason why I can do these very long live streams. But yes, how do you manage your daytime as a freelancer? I'm not very good at managing my time, to be honest. Just working too much. But I'm gonna make some progress about that. I'm suffering with Scratch game. I don't want to imagine with Python. Well, maybe you don't have to be a software engineer, man. There are so many cool, like more human-oriented things to do in your life. Am I getting more viewers if I keep moving with my gimbal like this? Maybe. How to get freelancing job as an African in Sierra Leone? It's really difficult. Well, I guess it's difficult for everyone, but especially if you're in another, like on another continent. I don't know if you want to work with African companies or European companies, but maybe like Upwork and Fiverr. Maybe build your audience on LinkedIn. Hi Akli, how are you, man? So we have this crazy goal of getting to 5K followers, but I don't think it's gonna work tonight. Thanks for the follow, Terrorific. So we've got the night set up tonight. And we've been talking about various topics around tech and coding. Thanks for the follow, Gala Lesfang. I never thought I would reach 4K followers today, and now I'm expecting, like when I woke up today, I never thought I would reach the 4K milestone, and now I'm expecting to reach 5K tonight. Is this dude AI? Yeah, maybe that's what I am. You see this weird camera, can't be real, and this weird green screen behind me. Trying to read the comments at the same time. What's your go-to tool when building mobile apps? Do you go native or cross-platform? Cross-platform, 100%. React Native with Expo. How about you, Dreams Beats? So this afternoon we had like 250 viewers. Now we have 23 viewers. I feel like the TikTok algorithm wants to kill my live stream. I'm an Android fanboy, so I am learning native dev with Kotlin. Maybe that's a good strategy. I know there's a lot of Kotlin job offers. I think my stream got killed by my text-to-speech 11 Labs AI voice assistant. Have you ever tried Tamag UI? Yes. It's either Tamag UI or Native Wind for me. How do you build an app so it is cross-platform? Well, basically you have like two possibilities if you want to build a mobile app. Either you use like a native language, like Swift for iOS and Kotlin for Android, or you could use cross-platform libraries such as React Native or Flutter. Do you think FreeCodeCamp is good? Well, FreeCodeCamp is a great community. I tried working on Expo 2 years ago and I stopped because it was not stable. Did you notice that? Well, Expo has been growing and it's getting much more mature. So right now, even like very senior React Native devs, they use, like many of them would use Expo. It has evolved a lot, but I totally agree that 2-3 years ago, it was not very stable. Like you couldn't understand the error messages, and now the Expo router is great as well. What is this coding language? That's JavaScript. Thanks for the follow, Blacky Plaxidia. How are you? Blacky Plaxidia, it's it sounds like a bacteria or something. The Freeman is following us. What does SaaS mean? Software as a service. Hi, sir. How are you, Dev Bashir? I'm trying to see if I'm getting more viewers if I keep moving with my camera. Don't know if it's the case. Well, actually it is, I think. Yes, I'm French. How about you, Anton? What are you doing now? Well, we're not building an app at the moment. We're building our community here on TikTok Live. I've been streaming for 8 hours straight. So yes, I'm just talking to you guys. Is there any popular app out there built with Expo? Yes, for sure. Plenty of them. We have another French guy in the chat. Nice to meet you, man. Because Aus Tirol means you're coming from Austria or Germany. 8 hours, this is crazy. Well, that's, the no pain, no gain strategy. Namely, I need to, there's, if you follow the Expo Twitter account, they keep posting about, you see the main apps on the App Store, like the first 3 apps on the App Store are made with Expo. You should check it out. You should follow Evan Bacon, who's working for Expo. I think he's a DevRel at Expo or something like that. And he keeps posting stuff around. I look so tired on the camera. He keeps posting stuff around how much Expo is popular among developers and how many like very famous apps were built with Expo. Okay, so does AI replace programmers? I think I answered this question maybe 100 times today, but yes and no, I would say. Trying to see if my camera, yeah, it's still moving, yeah. So we're getting more viewers now. We had a viewers drop. So 8 hours streaming today. What would be the conclusion for 8 hours of streaming? Well, actually, like having 5K followers would be a great conclusion, but I'm pretty far from it. If you guys are not following me, can you help me grow, keep growing? I think I can get to 5K tonight. I still have like 2 hours, I think. Thanks for the follow, man. I think the counter sometimes it's not refreshing. So yes, so my magic sauce, secret sauce for growing on TikTok, just keep streaming. You wake up and you go live and you stop your live just before going to bed. I need an honest advice as a beginner. Is it worth learning native Android or am I just wasting time? It really depends if you want to build stuff, if you want to get a job. Maybe for getting a job, it's a great idea. But if you want to work in a small team, build your own startup, maybe that's not the best strategy because you're not gonna hire like thanks for the roses and then MDZ. So yes, if you want to get a job at a large company, learning Kotlin or Swift is a great strategy. If you want to run your own startup, then that's not the best strategy because you're not gonna. Otherwise, you have to hire a Swift developer, or that's not the best way to launch, like to ship an app fast. But very good strategy to get a job, I think. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, I think I need a miracle to get to 5K followers tonight. Do you know about it? I'm not a PHP developer, but yes, it's pretty big as well. Maybe not the most recent tech, but it's a good. That's a good background that you have. But for the front end, the mobile front end, I would rather learn Flutter or ideally React Native. Don't have the energy to speak anymore. So if you guys are not following me or if you just met me, we are building SaaS software, but right now we are just building the TikTok community. If you guys don't know about my TikTok account, so I'm a software engineer. I'm building SaaS during my live stream, and I'm building mobile apps as well. And I just launched my MVP studio, and basically I'm doing like some building public stuff. And I had this goal of getting to 4K followers today, and right now my goal is to get to 5K followers. I'm not selling anything, not selling any course, just talking to you guys. French are not accommodating. What do you mean? Can't remember what accommodating. Like, you think we are mean? Hi Yasin, how are you, man? Well, French people are just, you know, just another. Like France is just another European declining country. What do you think about Better Oat? I think it's a great option. Well, actually, that's a great question, Dev Bashir. Since yesterday evening, just gonna move my camera. I don't know where I could put it. Maybe here. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yes. So Better Oat is great. It's open source, and it's a way to avoid these paid tools like Clerk. But right now I'm using like on that project I used so I'm using Supabase. So I'm using Supabase Oats, and actually now Supabase. Thanks for the follows, guys. now Supabase has these UI blocks here. So basically, you can do with these UI blocks, you can do what we used to do with Clerk without the annoying Clerk logo, and it's all Tailwind and Chatien based. What did you study? I'm a self-taught developer. I didn't study computer science. Wrong timing, buddy, not the place. Well, I'm very open about criticizing like French people. What do you mean by French people are not accommodating? What do you think about web dev and front dev job? Good income? Well, it really depends on how lucky you are and which country you live in. But obviously, we are all filthy rich here on the live stream. Have you tried Better Oats? It's really good so far. Yeah, that's a very good option. But I'm trying to use. I'm trying not to use too many tools, you know. So if I'm using Supabase now, I would use Supabase Oats. Go fast. What do you mean? What do you mean, Akli? What is the best UI library for mobile? Well, let's say you're using React Native, so you could use not Neon.tech, but Native Wind. It's a bit like Tailwind CSS for React Native. And you could use, I know there's a Chatien I know Chatien is working on the library for React Native, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not up and running yet. Yeah, but the rumor is true, I think. So you could use Tailwind, you could use Tamag UI, as Akli mentioned it, but that's not Tailwind based. So it, to me, it gets, since I'm doing mostly web dev, gets confusing at some point now. But that's a very clean UI library, and I know this library that was built by the team. I'm gonna find it, can't remember the name. It's not Native Wind, it's I completely forgot the name. Best UI libraries, I'm gonna find it, because they used to build like a basic UI library, and now they are building like a Chatien-like library for React Native. UI libraries, React Native. Yes, Paper is fine. But I was more, yes, it used to be native base, and now it's GlueStack. So basically GlueStack is like it's a Chatien for React Native. So it's very similar. It's based on native Wind. Too many libraries, yes, maybe. And it's really similar to, it's very similar to Chatien. So you would install the library, and then you can just install, I think they have a components. Yes, I'm sorry. You can find all the components here, and then you get all these components, and it's all like native Wind based. So it's like the Chatien for mobile. GlueStack is great, I think. As long as Chatien hasn't shipped his React Native version. I know that Chatien tweeted about a collaboration with Expo and React Native. Thanks for the follow, guys. Thanks for the follow, AD. You choose the tools that allow you to shipping fast. Yes. Well, I like Native Wind because you get this Tailwind philosophy using it. And now actually the guy who created Native Wind is really working very closely with the Expo team, which was not the case at the beginning, like 3 years ago. What are we building? We are building B2B SaaS. But actually we are mostly working on building our TikTok community. What is your goal for today's stream? Well, actually my goal was to get to 4K followers when I started this morning. And I reached this goal in the afternoon. So now my goal is to get to 5K followers. Is it React Native? No, that's Next.js. Can one, wait, to move the chat. Can one upload production apps on a platform other than App Store and Play Store? Well, you could only on Android. That's the good thing with Android. You could download your APK. Oh, that's the great thing with Expo as well. You can use the Expo Go and you could share your project with your client, for example, or with friends. They don't have to download it from the App Store. They just have to create an account on Expo. Thanks for the follow, Samuel. You're gonna help me reach my goal. How easy would it be to create a program to get bots and then to get more subscribers on TikTok? What do you mean? Can't focus anymore. It's happening again. Wait. Thanks for the follow, Stern. How are you, man? Welcome to the crazy community. Okay. Thanks for the follow, Dev Bashir. How easy will it be to create a program to get bots and then to get more subscribers on TikTok? How you mean? So basically you want to build like fake accounts, like a huge amount of fake accounts on TikTok, and like create all these fake accounts, bots, and like follow accounts with all these TikTok accounts. Well, the thing is that there's no TikTok API, so it would be pretty difficult. Maybe feasible, but pretty difficult. And I wouldn't do that because I don't want to ruin my TikTok account. If you don't mind, what kind of projects do you think I should build to solidify my experience and portfolio? Thanks for the follow, Just Slayer. If you don't mind, what kind of projects do you think I should build to solidify my experience and portfolio? I don't know. Are you looking for a job? What kind of a tech stack are you using? bashdev.vercel.app. Gonna check it out. Design web, web dev, builder, web backend. In your opinion, which field is in high demand? I would say I use React for web and React Native for mobile. So you're doing front end only? Maybe build a... Yes, I'm okay. I'm just a bit tired. Yeah, I'm really okay. Thanks for asking, Kiwi IT. Um, you know, we're having this heat wave in the south of Europe, and there's no AC here, so I only have a fan, and I happen to have been streaming for maybe 9 hours now. So yes, thanks for asking. Do you think I should take prompt engineering or coding? Yes, this prompt engineering thing is just too much for me. What's good, man? How do you stream and also show code? Well, I'm streaming with OBS or Streamlabs, and I'm sharing my Mac screen. So if you want to show your skills with React and React Native, just build like 2 separate front ends, fetching the same data, one with React and Next.js, the other one with React Native, and maybe try in a way to share some code between the 2 front ends, put everything inside a monorepo, maybe use Tamag UI. I think Tamag UI is great for that. You can use the components on both Next.js and React Native, on both web and mobile. So that would be a cool project to show that you are trying to build like serious professional stuff. Prompt engineering is not engineering. It's just like any kid now can write a good prompt. Thanks for the follow, below Jallo. Okay, so I think we are approaching the end of this 12-hour stream, and it's not going to be a 12-hour stream. It's going to be like an 8 to 9 hour stream. We discussed quite a few topics. So yes, you should take coding maybe. Yes. Yeah, Tamag UI is great, and actually the Tamag UI team. They built a framework that you should try. It's called the One framework. It's like one framework for both React Native mobile apps and React web apps, with only one routing. For example, you're like sharing the routing system. The idea behind it is great. I don't know if it's used by many people. Which other do you recommend to speed up my workflow? You should definitely try the One framework. Just gonna see if the website is still up and running. You think it's too early? The stream wasn't long enough today. Okay. Thanks for the follow, guys. So the One framework, it's like Next.js plus React Native. Is it the name? Maybe I'm wrong with the name. No, that's not One framework. Do you guys know this framework? You know, that's like mixing the I'm about to use the one. Yeah, that's the One framework, right? One stack. Yeah, I don't know how it's called. I know it's the it's built by the Tamag UI team. It's not one Tamag UI framework. Maybe I can find it on the Tamag UI website. Do you guys know what it's called? I forgot. One stack? Yes, maybe. One stack. Yes, you're right. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's the One framework. It aims to make web and native with React and React Native much simpler. The idea is great, the team is great, but then people just stick to Next.js, because basically when you're building both a mobile and a web app with the same backend, you quickly end up struggling with you have to struggle, and like, how do you manage your routing, for example? Isn't there a way to share the routings? It's pretty much the same app. I mean, same features, same pages. So you want to share components, you want to share the routing, and it's not that easy to build like a web plus mobile app, like front end wise. So they had this idea of using Tamag UI components and create like unique routes for both mobile and web apps. And the idea is amazing. I've never used it. Are you employed? I'm a freelance developer, but yes, I'm working full-time at the moment. But not at the moment, because right now I'm on holiday, like streaming 12 hours a day. But yes, I have like a very long-term freelance gig at the moment. Just create different apps for web and mobile. Then you have to create 2 separate routing systems. You have to create like 2 design systems. So they had this idea of like create a unified, like the one framework. But I don't know, it's not that popular. I think the idea was great. But you know, there are too many JS frameworks, that's the problem. And people, they get bored. They just want to use Next.js. Yeah, maybe it's not very stable. I don't like the ID. Have you heard? Yes, I've heard about Convex. No, I don't like the ID. Okay. For all fans to send. Okay, so your fan club has completed the first stage of the club quest. Apparently there's a gift that has been unlocked for all fans to send and celebrate. Freelancing pays well. Well, that's we've been talking about. We are all filthy rich here. We freelance software engineers. Is AWS data analytics practitioner leadership worth it? No idea, man. Like this AWS certifications, I don't know. Yes, if you have time to do it, why not? But don't know. It's mostly if you want to work for large consulting, like IT consulting companies, that you need these certifications, these AWS certifications. How did you learn development? I learned a few years ago, just mostly from YouTube and building projects. I have to leave. I didn't hear your answer about Convex. Yes, I've heard of it, but I've never used it. But the one framework was a promising tool. How often do you go live? Today I've been live streaming for 9 hours, but usually I would go live when I'm working full time. I would go live maybe 3 times a week in the evening, most of the time during the week, and maybe 1 live stream during the weekend. So the plan is to keep growing on TikTok. So in September, I'm gonna try to work a bit less, and I'm gonna be streaming like full time, like 2 or 3 hours a day, I would say. Yes, that's Next.js. Do you come up with the code from your head? Well, actually, that code in particular was generated by the Supabase SDK. Well, I mean the auth pages and routes and components. But I have to admit that we tend to write less and less code right now. I'm not vibe coding, but yeah, even very, very senior people, they write less and less code. How many clients do you get and how much do you charge? Well, basically I have two ways to charge people and to work with clients. I would either you need to build a project. So I'm going to tell you, okay, this project is going to cost 30,000 euros and it's going to take me 4 months to build it. Or I could say I have no idea how much time I'm going to need for that project, and I'm just going to work. Yes, it's moving with me. And I'm just going to work as an IT consultant on a daily basis. And in that case, it really depends on the. Well, actually, it depends on the difficulty of the project. But if I have like a lot of stress, and if it's a very difficult, like a crazy full stack with DevOps stuff involved project, then I would say I would charge you between 400 and 500 euros a day. And if it's an easy one, then maybe we can find a deal around 350 or 400 euros. For a complex project, yeah, it's more between 400 and 500 euros a day. But I prefer building like the whole project, and I would say I'd rather say it's going to cost 30,000 euros. And then even if I have to hire a freelancer to work with me, or sometimes I would do that. It's really hard to price tech projects. What did you go to school for? So it's time for the history of my life. So I never studied computer science. I studied social sciences and literature and political science. I studied social anthropology. Thanks for the follow, man. I have a master's degree in sociology, and I started a PhD in the UK around human-computer interactions and social anthropology. So very weird background. Very different from what I'm doing now, for sure. Thanks for the follow, Fatima. Should I keep streaming? So yes, I'm not a good example for what you need to study to learn. Yeah, HCI is an interesting field, but I was mostly on the sociological side of HCI. Am I too old to learn coding at 26? Not at all. You're so young, man, at 26. Most developers, me included, are not geniuses. So just follow a few YouTube tutorials and learn how to build applications. Thanks for the follow, Camel Kaiser. Yeah, you're never too old to learn coding, especially not when you're 26. I'm trying to see if I'm moving this way, I'm getting more viewers, maybe. Because people are like very curious, when they end up on your live stream on TikTok, especially now that it's late, like people are like scrolling. What's the goal? Just to stream for 12 hours, and what did I miss? You build anything today or something? I just built my community and I gained around 1,500 followers, which is quite an accomplishment for me as a very small content creator. Thanks for the follow, HEM. Jorge is back. Jorge was here in the afternoon, so you see was still streaming. So yes, yeah, so you don't have to be a genius to be a software engineer, really. So the live is almost over, so I didn't reach this 12-hour live, but I think... Thanks for the follow, Mo. Do you enjoy learning? Yes, a lot. I would say I'm like, I'm a bit like an Asperger guy. I don't know. Let's say I'm a half an Asperger. Thanks for liking the live. I'm really love to learn how you set up your stream. Can you just talk briefly on it? Well, I'm trying new things every day regarding the setup. I'm trying to avoid this classic like upstairs. I have my office, and I have a small standing desk, and I have LED lights and the classic streaming microphone. But actually, I realized that people, they just want natural human interaction with people. So yes, now I'm just streaming in my living room, and no crazy streaming microphone. Just using these small wireless mics, and I have a gimbal in the camera, and I have an AI tool that's following me when I'm moving. And actually, I'm also moving the camera at the moment. But yes, that's what I do. And then I use OBS and Restream, because streaming live on TikTok is not easy with a Mac. And now the live is dying. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Thanks for the follow, Sky250. Yeah, we are witnessing the slow death of the live stream today. Only 12 viewers are watching the live. React. The team is Bearded Monokai. Can you guys press the like button a lot for 1 minute and see if it helps? If you want to support the live and the channel. So I've got my own strategy on TikTok to grow my account. I'm going all in on TikTok live, because editing videos and actually creating content, it's way too time consuming. Not a content creator, I'm just a guy sharing his work. Thanks for the follow, Mumuni and user. Hi Luzoko, Sigobongo, how are you? So yes, maybe I was born to be a streamer. Thanks for the follow, man. Is it the first time you're watching my stream? Thanks for the gift, Simon Stack. Maybe I should put the camera somewhere else. I don't know where. The thing that I want to be able to read the comments. So basically, that's my setup. I'm just watching using my TV as a main screen and reading the comments, your comments, which is pretty comfortable. We want to see you on YouTube. Well, actually, you know what? I'm streaming on YouTube at the moment because I'm using... Do I have a view? I have one viewer on YouTube. Because when you're using... TikTok is like an old TV antenna. TikTok Live is the future, man. TikTok Live is like the dystopian future that they are building for us. Like everyone is going to be streaming on TikTok the whole day in a few years. So yes, I have the project to build a YouTube channel, but I think YouTube around web development is pretty crowded, and there are plenty of very talented people, sorry. And I don't know, like creating content takes a lot of time, and like streaming is much more fun. What's a music minister? Luzuko. What do you guys think about like choosing between YouTube and Twitch? Is there like a big tech scene on Twitch, or is it just around gaming and women in swimming pools? The great thing with TikTok Live is that you can get like hundreds of viewers. Not very easily, but if you're consistent enough. I'm gonna stop moving. Thanks for the follow, man. So yes, I don't have time for mentorship at the moment. The thing with mentorship is that, as I told, as I said a few hours ago, it's not easy to price it. I don't know how I could. I don't want to build a course. I'm not part of that on that side of content creation. But if you have questions, just ask questions here during the live streams, and I'll be happy to answer. It's gospel music. Okay. Music minister. Okay, so a few more minutes and then I'm gonna stop the live. Thanks for the follow, man. Just checking my followers count again. People keep following me. I'm not saying anything, not doing anything interesting. Yeah. I'm not this good at programming, but I just learned everything myself. I'm self-taught. Yeah, that's a good answer. Just be interested and passionate about it and curious, and force yourself to learn new technologies all the time. Don't settle. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So the next 12-hour live stream will be in a few, I don't know, I still have 2 weeks holiday. Would you call this software engineering? Looks like a front-end app. It's not only front-end, it's a full stack, but yes, it's with Next.js, so maybe don't consider Next.js actual software. But software is just web apps now. Don't you think? Most software. But yes, that's definitely software engineering. Well, if you're doing front end only, well, yes, that's still software engineering. If you're building like some crazy Next.js app with caching and state management and stuff like that, that's definitely software. And CI/CD, I don't know, testing. Yes, you can be proud. You can be a proud software engineer. And then maybe, yes, there's a difference between software development and software engineering, but it's a very like subtle one. Thanks for the follow, man. Maybe you're gonna be the last follower for tonight. Don't know. Should stop streaming and go to bed. Well, yes, when I'm part of a team, yes, I do code reviews. Would love you to see my stack. Can we say software engineering if I don't have the master's degree? Well, if you have a software engineering job or position, yes, you can say it. Really depends on the culture of your country, you know. Thanks for the likes, Momo. ChatGPT will replace you, and I'm glad it's gonna replace us, man. We're gonna find another occupation. Okay, so we had a lot of fun today, and Christian has been here. You were here during the afternoon, right? Hi man, what are you building? I'm building my TikTok community here. Not building anything at the moment. But officially we are building a B2B SaaS. So Christian is a very motivated follower. Okay, so we reached 250 viewers at some point, and now we have 9 viewers. I think it's time to end the live stream and enjoy our life again. So I gained, thanks for the follow, man. I gained almost like 1,500 followers today, which is a lot for me as a small streamer. Well, I don't know if interesting is the right term, but yes, it's been fun and cool to meet you guys. Yes, so that's the end for the crazy 12-hour live stream that actually lasted only for around like 9 hours and 30 minutes, I think. Hi Zedlace, how are you? Next time that I do like this kind of long streams, I'm gonna do more like live coding. We are working on various SaaS applications, and this one is a B2B SaaS for real estate managers. So that's the end of this very long stream, guys. So thanks for the support, and don't hesitate to follow me, because I'm gonna be streaming more and more. Thanks for the follows, guys. Actually, I don't even have to say anything, just keep streaming and I get more followers. So interesting. Hi Alexia, how are you? Yes, I started not at 9, I started at 8:30, 10 or 10 a.m., something like this. And I didn't even have time to have lunch, and I kept just talking to people. I met so many people. At some point we had 250 viewers, which is crazy for me. And then I had a short break, and then I started again in the evening around like 7 p.m. Well, yes, that's dedication. I really feel like the content creation game is just about like be consistent and just push content, like ship content and create your community, build your community. Actually, I'm not a vibe coder, but that's great that you love vibe coding. Well, I started this morning, so it's 11 p.m. now. I started at 10 a.m. today in the morning. Oh, you mean generally speaking? I've been streaming on TikTok on and off in the last 3 or 4 months. I started TikTok just with like creating, like posting TikTok videos. And then I reached 1,000 followers. So I started streaming live, and yeah, here we are. And we keep growing. And I'm really going all in on TikTok. Don't really care about other platforms because it's not overcrowded. Like the tech space on TikTok is it's not overcrowded. I don't think so. But I know I should be more consistent. I should be streaming every night with a clear streaming schedule, and maybe I'm gonna do that at some point. So basically, I'm working as a freelance now for a very big clients, and the gig is almost finished. Like the version 2 of the application is gonna be done at the end of July. TheLastDev.club is that's my MVP Studio landing page. Just a way to, if you want to book a call with me, if you have a project or if you want to build something with me, you can book a call on the website. You have my Calendly. But The Last Dev could be like a community as well, because I want to build some kind of a like freelancers collective. So I'm not gonna start the app now. I'm French. Yes, I started a few months ago creating like TikTok videos. Then it got a bit boring. I don't know, like it takes too much time like editing the videos. I have a project. How do I contact you? You can DM me on TikTok and explain me your project. You can also add me on LinkedIn. Where's my LinkedIn? It's here. Thanks for the follow, guys. Okay, so that was earlier. You can add me on LinkedIn here. That's my name. And yes, if you have a project, you can connect. I think you will have more success like sending me a DM on TikTok. Hi Dino Studios, I'm a full stack dev. Me too, man. I'm French. How about you? Do you have budget for your project, Shaquille 1HC? Ah, cool. Okay, we've got an Italian full stack dev. Yes, I just asked if you have, what kind of project do you want to build? Do you have any like budget for the development of the app? Do you have any like funding? It's a SaaS with a mobile app. So you mean like a web app and a mobile app? I just joined here. So feel free to follow my accounts here on TikTok and also on LinkedIn. You work for an insurance company in Italy. Whereabouts in Italy? So you see my name, I have like Italian origins, and I spent a few months like working remotely from Firenze this year, like a few months ago. Really enjoyed it. I wish I could live in Florence actually. Milan, it's too much of a big city for me. And I've got some family in the south of Italy, like Lecce, Puglia, you know. It's a management software to manage staff rostering capabilities. That's interesting. So yes, feel free to DM me on TikTok and I will check my messages. The pay is not good, but smart working and living like in Puglia. So you want to keep your job in Milan and work from Puglia? That sounds like a good plan. Holland is better for work. Well, actually, I lived for 1 year in Amsterdam a few years back. Holland is nice, but the weather is it's horrible, and I don't know. Did I like Holland? Don't get that many. Well, Holland is a very small country, but I don't get that many Dutch viewers here. Did I like Holland? Yes, I liked it in a way. Like Amsterdam is great, but yes, that's the problem I wanted to mention. Like Dutch, obviously you can get a job, like an English-speaking job, but like if you want to be part of the Dutch society, I mean, you have to know how to speak Dutch at some point. Otherwise, you will keep being like the foreigner in the country, you know, which is not the case in the UK or the US, for example. Those stacks are really good for robust and protected full stack app. I'm learning Nest.js for backend. Nest.js is amazing, man. That's what I use for most of my projects and even for my clients. Dutch people are not too friendly. Well, you can't. Really depends on the people, just like in any country. So yes, I'm using React. What do you use for backend? For the moment, it's just a full stack Next.js, so I'm using Next.js server actions. But after that, I'm gonna build a Nest server. But yes, Dutch people they have a great English, much better than I do. Most of them, even though some of them have a very strong Dutch accent. But actually, it's a mystery to me that I don't have any like Dutch viewers. So I have plenty of Scandinavians. And Dino Studios is like is it like your agency? Do you have a website for your agency? I never used Sencha. Thanks for the follow, Dino Studios. Okay, the followers count is growing again, so maybe we can try to get back to... So we had this goal of reaching 5K followers. Then I decided to go to bed, and now we're back to the stream. Just your second channel. And what's your first channel? Exam dev. Okay. Are you creating content? Thanks for the follow, man. You are using both. I mean, I like to use server actions too and build API routes for mobile. Yeah. Yeah, you can use both. You can even build another backend with Express or Nest. I'm trying to vibe code an SEO SaaS product, leverage some skills I have. Well, vibe coding is not that easy. Thanks for the follow, Wi-Fi way. We got a Wi-Fi guy. What do you think about Rust? I know Rust is amazing. I don't know Rust, man. Thanks for the follow, Trust Kafka. We're back to the game. No, we should stop streaming actually. Live again, Matt. Wasn't 7 hours enough for one day? I said 12 hours today, so I'm trying to do 12 hours, but feels like the end at the moment. And actually, my goal today was to get to like 4K followers. And actually now I have this new goal of getting to like 5K followers. Well, 12 hours, it could be like a very long working day, you know. When you're living like this rat race, you know, like you're working like 9 to 5, sometimes it's even much more than 9 to 5, and you hate your colleagues and you hate your job, then I would rather be streaming 12 hours a day. Yes, almost 2,000 followers in one day. Can you imagine what would happen if I did that every single day until the end of the year? Thanks for the follow, Hector Chapa. But right now, that's the end of the stream, like maybe a few more minutes, but then it's going to be over. Well, if you want, you can share your SaaS website. I don't know. Is it legit followers? Yes, it is. Completely legit followers, and especially in my niche. It's just people that are... No, I haven't built anything today. I built my community, and it's much more interesting. Devly.ai, we'll check it out, man. Yes, that's the craziest part. Like if I'm sharing code, so basically my niche would be like coding and web development and software engineering, and also like SaaS building, like SaaS sales stuff. I don't know, like mobile apps, and the broader like tech niche. And all these followers are like 100% like legit followers interested in that niche. So that's pretty cool. That's what I want to do. I think when you're growing as a content creator, you end up like broadening your niche. At some point you have to. But right now I'm at that point where I can have only like very like niched followers. And that's great. I haven't any like CI/CD pipeline for the moment. Still building the project. But yes, for the moment we're like niching down to like coding, and I think I'm gaining like traction because of this vibe coding hype, you know. Like you've got plenty of non-tech people now interested in coding and in tools like Supabase or like low-code tools and vibe coding tools like Cursor and Lovable. So there's a huge demand for this kind of content. Do you use various languages in your streams? You mean like languages or coding languages? Human languages or coding languages? Must be some blocked words or something. Yes, maybe you use a blocked word. Stick to a specific stack. I'm mostly on the like TypeScript, full stack, React, Next.js, Vue, React Native space. I can do some Python as well if a client needs it, but it's mostly like JavaScript, Node.js, TypeScript. When I started streaming, I was doing like let's learn like C# together, but it was too boring. What's CAD? Yeah, the JS world. Yes, yes. Thanks for the follow, Miali. I don't know, I'm not getting viewers anymore. Got to go. See you tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow evening. I'm not sure. See you next week if I am not here tomorrow evening. Thanks for the follow, Igbo, and thanks again for your support, Niklas. Thanks for the follow, Vijay. Are you from India? Oh wow, that gimbal just did something really weird. I don't know how I did that, actually. See you when I see you. Yes, see you next time, man. Yes, I don't know what I'm doing with my gimbal. See you next time, man. So we still have 12 viewers. Who's watching the live at the moment, and what are you up to, guys? Your tagline for this live: wife trying React. Well, the thing is that I'm using, I can't stream like directly from my phone because I need to share my Mac screen, and it's really hard to stream from a Mac. So at some point I started using Restream.io and I set this title. It was one of the first live stream that we did together, and my wife was actually trying React, like trying Cursor and built. She built a like to-do list with Cursor, and we set up this title, and I never managed to change it. I don't know how I can change it. Thanks for the follow, X. And actually, we had quite a few viewers with the vibe coding stream with the wife. Okay, so I think that's the end for the live for today. So, more than 12 hours. You think we've been streaming for more than 10 hours? I had a break at some point around like 6 p.m. between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. Thanks for the follow, Junior Darlington. How are you, man? Thanks for the support, Eric. Where are you from, Eric? Can't remember. Well, I'm great. I've been streaming for 9 hours, I think. Getting exhausted right now. So yes, we gained quite a few followers. Yeah, 4,600 is a great from Ghana. Wow, but plenty of people from the African continent. 4,600 followers tonight. That's amazing. Yes, 9 hour, man. We've got the AI president live with us. Thanks for the follow, Night Gap. So I've been streaming for 9 hours. I gained around 1,500 followers. So the conclusion is keep streaming, guys, and you're gonna grow your audience. President AI just followed me. Thanks for the follow, Mr. President. You've got grit, the key to success. Can't remember what grit means. Let's check it out. Let's learn some English tonight. Grit definition. Small loose particles, courage, and yeah, strength of character. Well, like, yes. I don't know if that's courage, but I'm just forcing myself to keep on streaming. and it really helps me grow my channel. Because if you're just posting like TikTok videos, then first of all, it's really like time consuming, and you don't grow that fast, especially not in like a serious niche like programming. You work and keep on going. Yes, that's the story of my life. How about you? How did you become the president? How did you get that president position in the metaverse? Means you work and keep on going. Please, are you on Instagram? No, man. If you want to get in touch with me, you can DM me here on TikTok. And actually, it's true. I don't have any I don't even have Instagram installed on my iPhone. I find it, don't know, not fun. You're like the self-proclaimed AI president. What are you doing for a living? I'm just another software engineer, like freelancing. How about you, the pequeño? Okay, it's almost the end of the live. So if you guys have a crazy question, you should ask it now. You work for yourself, yes. Well, for clients. I'm not paying for myself. I want to be like you. So what does it mean? You want to be like me, like you want to be streaming for like 12 hours straight, or you want to be a freelance dev? Just finishing my studies. What do you think of vibe coding, and do you do it? I don't do much vibe coding, to be honest. I use AI a lot, but I'm not using any AI coding agents, and I'm not just prompting stuff, you know. But yes, I use AI extensively to write code, just like anyone. You work in... I work for... Well, right now I'm working mainly for an AI startup. What do you use AI for? Well, I use AI for mostly for like writing the code. I mean, I would just give instructions. So I build the architecture for the project, and then I keep on building features using AI extensively, really. I use it every day on a controlled behavior. What does it mean? Which AI do you use? Claude? Yes, totally. I'm using Claude. I have a Claude Max plan. I'm a Claude. I'm an Anthropic client. I mean, not vibe coding. I use it every day in a controlled behavior. That guy that codes just joined the live. I didn't study computer science. I'm a self-taught developer. Feels like the end for the live stream. I used to be a rock star this afternoon. We had like 250 viewers. Why English and not French? Because I don't really... Why would I focus on the French market? There's no reason for that. You have all my respect for code, plus stream, plus in English. Thank you, man. Are you French or Russian? I don't know. Well, English is okay. Well, streaming and coding at the same time is difficult. Especially when I'm on holiday. Like, just like now. I don't know, I don't feel like... I was almost burning out at work a few weeks ago before the beginning of the holiday. Then I decided I would take a 6-week break. And right now I'm just enjoying my time. but at some point I have to start working again. And actually I'm building my own MVP studio, so you can visit my website. Where is it? It's here. So you can visit thelastdev.club. And if you guys know people who are looking for freelance dev or for some IT consulting services, or for like someone who can build an entire project, either a SaaS application or a mobile app, then they can just get in touch with me. Yes, so you can see my LinkedIn if you want. You can follow me on LinkedIn. I got quite big at some point on LinkedIn, but right now I'm going all in on TikTok, which sounds, it might sound surprising, but I like TikTok. Yes, so you can see the marketing for my MVP studio. It's like since people are always talking about this AI killing, like destroying the software engineering landscape, so I decided to build The Last Dev. Thanks for the invitation, De Pequeño. Would like to learn SaaS, then you should learn SaaS. What do you mean, learn how to build a SaaS? Then learn software engineering first. So are you working for the US? Well, I used to be working in the US a few months ago, and right now I have one main client in Europe and a small one in the US. But I'm working like remotely only. I haven't entered an office in the last 5 years. I'm having issues on converting my HTML project into Android APK. What can you advise me on? I'm not an expert into like converting HTML apps into Android apps. And you live in the US or the EU? Right now I'm in France, but I'm traveling most of the time. Is no-code SaaS a thing? No-code SaaS, yes. I know there are plenty of tools to build no-code SaaS, but that's not what I use. But yes, the risky thing of building a SaaS with no-code is that you could end up J-Kings. Is it the first time you're watching the live? The risky thing with building a SaaS with a no-code tool is it can get very pricey if you have many users. It's like a trap. Like no-code is a trap, to be honest. Especially now, I think now AI is kind of killing no-code tools. With AI, I made a website on which customers of a company can plan appointments themselves. Okay, that's great. I unfortunately started to code, especially bot Discord in Python with AI. How can I learn by myself? Well, keep building apps and then you'll keep learning. Why does it get pricey? Because if you are like querying, I don't know what no-code tool you're using, but you get horror stories with people having like to pay not hundreds of thousands of dollars, but with no-code, with specific tools in no-code, you have to pay for every single request to an API. So that's why it gets pricey. And you have these limitations, like how many pages you can have on how many screens you can have on your app. And if you want to grow your screen, then you have to get the most expensive plan, or you have to get like this business plan. Yeah. If I didn't know how to code right now, if I want to build a mobile application or a SaaS, I would say I would rather use Cursor or Lovable or an AI like agent, something Cloud Code, instead of a no-code tool, really. How long does it take to be a 10x software engineer? What's a 10x software engineer? It's like an AI-powered coding genius. Maybe 10 years? I don't know. Do you have a course? No, I'm not selling any course. Don't have time for that. What do you think about PHP? PHP is still pretty strong, actually, but I'm more on the JavaScript side. Do you teach? Well, I have a project to build like some kind of membership program, but I don't know how to price it. I have to keep thinking about it. Can you create a trading bot for me, please? Don't think that's the kind of project I would be able to build. Well, like trading bots, they always end up like either scamming people or, you know, it's not my space. Are you building a SaaS now? Well, I'm building a SaaS for a client. I'm building my own SaaS in the Airbnb ecosystem. What's the best way to market a SaaS platform? The appointment making website I built. Well, I think the best way to market a SaaS now is to work with influencers or to build it in public, maybe. Like marketing is getting, in a way, is getting much easier because now you can get a huge audience on TikTok, for example, but at the same time, it's very difficult because people don't really care about ads anymore. What is your SaaS on Airbnb platform? Is that public? Well, I was building it this afternoon, but it's a B2B SaaS for Airbnb property rental managers. So that it's like a lead generation platform for property rental managers so that they can find more clients. And it's like a scraping bot and a directory builder for Airbnb property rental managers. Okay. I think that's the end of the live. You have earned your rests. Thanks for doing this. I'll see you next time. I follow you now. Yeah, I think you're gonna see me very soon. At least I'm streaming at least once a week, even when I'm working full time like crazy, almost burning out, because I want to keep growing on TikTok. So yes, and yeah. So thank you for this amazing live stream. In the afternoon, we had like 250 viewers. I almost felt like an influencer at some point. Thank you for the follow, Nanga Kumdist. And actually, I'm pretty sure I can be a tech influencer if I keep on like shipping content and live streaming. Okay, so thanks for your support, guys.